So now it's time for me to play a little bit of tank. This is a very relatable gameplay. I know that if you've played this game, you've probably had a moment like this where you're switching characters like crazy. You're trying to find out which hero is going to get it done in this game. I'm going to play with 4 different heroes in this one. And I've had a lot of games where I've looked at the other team, and at the end of the game, somebody played with 7 different heroes. That guy was switching around like crazy. You kill him on Wolverine, then he switches to another duelist. You kill him on that one, he switches to another one. Crazy. So in this game, it wasn't the dysfunction that I was seeing in the lower lobbies. It was just because everybody on our team, we're trying to figure out what do we need to do to get this win. This is a close game. It's going to go down to the wire. It goes into overtime. And everybody is moving around in between the rounds, and in some of the rounds in the middle of it, people are leaving and switching, so that's why I'm switching up and down. So I started off with Venom, and I do a pretty good job. But then I'm gonna go to Hela, then I switch to Thor, even though Thor is not the best, but at that moment, I felt that we needed just a little bit of an aggressive push with range. We needed some offensive tanking, not defensive tanking, because we had to be aggressive, so I switched there. Then I'm going to end the game on Jeff. So I played 3 different roles. Crazy. And I really like Venom, because he's so easy to use. You could be a solo tank. You could be the traditional tank, just taking space, taking damage. Oh! That's a new move. I just fell off the map to my death. That's tough. Give that guy a map. Give me a map. Give me a manual. What was I doing? Where was I going? That time I didn't die. That time I'm climbing on the walls. What I like about Venom, he's so easy to use, and you can either be a dive tank or you could be the traditional tank just taking up space. And I love that you have that extra health. Every time you get low, you just pop that, you go right back up. So it's basically like you have 2 lives every life. So he's just so easy to use because even if they're not healing you, you know you have that ability in your back pocket. Obviously, you need to make sure the other team, when they see you're getting low, they don't hit you with a freeze or a sleep or another CC ability, rhyming accidentally. But then if you are getting healed, you're a major problem. And even the ult isn't the best, but I figured out that basically you just use the ult to get more health, because if you take a hit out of one of their vanguards, then your health is gonna go right back up. It's almost like you're using that ability again. You usually don't get any kills when you're using that ult, but it's all about the health, just so that you can be a pest. A good Venom is a pest. You can't kill him because every time he gets low, his health comes back, then he swings away, he gets healed, he comes right back, his cooldowns are back, he starts over the loop again. And you're seeing I'm having a lot of success here on offense. But this map in particular, it's really difficult to play defense. It is hard to get stops on this map. It really is, and that's why I think this thing goes into overtime. It's crazy, but you're gonna have to get the stop eventually if you want to win. But in OT, remember that clock is ticking. You don't have the full 5 minutes. So when you're being rushed out there, then it's tough to advance. But if you have that full 5 minutes and then you get the extension as you go through each point, then you've got all the time in the world. Oh, I got a double kill that time. Let's get it. Get down to the ground. Get that ultimate out of here. Don't you love to see that? When somebody pops their ult and you just silence them immediately. And it's funny because Wanda, Scarlet Witch, you don't really see too many Scarlet Witches in the higher lobbies because she can't really get her ult off. And it's funny because going into season 3, they did buff her. They buffed her ult and maybe even the survivability in the ult, I guess because they want to make her more dangerous. But it seems like in the higher lobbies, everybody has characters that have the ability to stun, and they're just holding it for moments like that, when she pops her ult or when somebody else pops her ult and you want to take them out of it. So It's funny though, in the lower lobby, Scarlet Witch is a problem. She's going crazy when you have bad teammates because they don't know what to do. They get scared. Maybe you're not in position. Maybe you have your ability ready, but you're just not there at the moment when she's letting it fly. So she can be frustrating down there. But I think actually in a recent video, maybe the video before this or the one before that, I don't remember, they had a Scarlet Witch and I don't think she got any kills. She kept popping her ult, but on the kill feed, she would never take anybody down. So it looks like they would get her up out of there before she could let it fly. Or somebody would use, maybe Loki would use lamps, or there would be something that would protect you from her ult at the last second. Maybe Doctor Strange. We've almost got the full 3 points. We're right there. We're fighting. And that actually was a bad ult. I should have saved it. Look, the other team uses theirs. I should have hit their Venom so that I could get that health. But it's all good. Our healers are here. They're keeping me alive. They're letting me know. Keep pushing forward. When you see that green pop up on your screen, you got to push forward. That means they're looking at you, and that's exactly what you like to see as a tank. Playing tank is fun when you're being healed. It really is. I have no problems slotting in there as tank when they're doing their job, and they're doing a great job here in this first round. We got the full 3 points. Let's get it. Now we got to go play defense, and this is where it's going to get crazy because we're trying to get a stop, and it's so tough on this map. We can't quite get the stop, and that's when everybody's going to start switching around. So I start switching around because we lose a duelist. So I'm like, all right, I'll go down to duelist. It wasn't like in those lower lobbies when I'm switching because they keep quitting and no one's playing those roles at all, and you're just like, okay, we don't have a healer, so I got to go down there. Then I go down there. They don't have a tank. I got to go. That's not really what's happening. Everybody's just trying to get this dub, and so they're flexing. That's what I love about these lobbies up here. Everybody, they put their egos to the side. They say, how can we win? We know we got to switch. What is the switch to make the right switch? Let's figure it out. Let's make it happen. The new map for season 3, the previews, it looks like it's going to be a good map. Maybe it'll be better received than this one because I still don't really like this map. I said that when it first came out. I thought it was the worst map in the game, but after I played it, I liked it a little bit more. I saved myself, almost died again. They're trying to push me off the ledge, and I'm swinging the safety, baby. But as you can see, we're not really stopping their movement. They keep moving forward. They keep advancing. So that is a problem. You don't want to see that when you're trying to get this stop and you're trying to get this win. I'm portaling like a boss. I just don't want to be easy to take down. I want them to be annoyed by me disappearing, appearing over here, going over there, teleporting there, going crazy. They're healing me up again. I'm popping my abilities. Uh-oh, I'm looking. And, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. And they're so close to advancing. I'm getting some headshots. I popped it again. Can I swing to safety? I cannot. I get packed up. So now they've got the first point. Now I switch on over to Hela. And we've got a Magneto now. So you see my teammates, everybody's trying to fill in roles. They're trying to say, okay, maybe I'll try this, see if that works. We're all trying to get this done. That's what I love about playing up here in these lobbies. You just see a lot more effort. People are willing to flex, to try to figure it out, to try to make these wins happen. I'm dancing, I'm getting healed. You know how it works. You know how it goes with Hela. If you're getting healed, you can do what you do. I'm in the middle of an ult. It's all good, baby. I am taking a ton of damage, but I've got the confidence to just keep letting it fly. Just try to get a couple of hits. If I hit them even one time, we know what that does. We know that the rest of my teammates, they could pack them up if it's not me. I get one, I get packed up by Squirrel Girl. And Hela, she's getting an interesting skin. She's got one coming that fully shows her face. No helmet, no nothing. So that's very interesting. The craziest skin that's coming, though, they announced some swimsuit skins and Psylocke skin. That is just some cheese. The goon haunts you. People are already joking. They're using the Moon Knight to say, hey, you know what happens. You know people love Asian women. You know they love that body type. You know they about to be real glitchy with that skin. You know, something light. And what's funny about skins too, people do complain about a lot of skins that come out. especially Spider-Man. They say, how come there's another Spider-Man skin? It's because people keep buying the skins. If the skins were not successful, then they wouldn't make more of those. So every time they make one of those ladies and they make her super attractive and then it sells well, then of course they're going to continue to do that. If it would flop, then they wouldn't let those fly anymore. Because they do put out a lot of modest skins, but I bet they don't sell well. So that's why they're like, all right, we put that out, but yeah, let's do something else. You see, I switched to Thor here, and I'm doing okay. Thor's not the greatest, but we need some firepower here. Can we get this stop and just get up out of here with the dub? I'm trying to let it fly. There, Jeff is going to go crazy here with the ult, but it's funny because I think he makes a mistake. He's going to spit us right back out. Right here on the point. Maybe he doesn't make a mistake though, because they are going to get it. So he wastes some time. He's going to go through the portal. Maybe he didn't know where the portal goes, because look at this. We're right back on the point. I don't know if that's what he wanted to do. Probably not. But it really doesn't matter because I die and that's it. It's tied up 3-3. It's OT time. So now in OT, we got to make the push. And I'm going back to Jeff. Our team regrouped. In between a round, definitely just switch to whatever you want to do, whatever you think is going to work. Everyone else is going to see it. They're going to switch. So here we go. We got 3 healers. We've got a Loki. We've got a Cloak. And that's another reason why you got to switch around, because sometimes maybe the other team, maybe they go 3 healers. Maybe to combat the 3, you go 3. Or maybe you want to go 3 to see what they're going to do. Maybe they're not going to do that, but you don't know. You just got to try stuff out. You got to freestyle out here sometimes to get these dubs. The pressure's on. When you go first, you've got to push that objective forward, because you do not want it to be an easy win for the other team. We're pushing, we're pushing. Here we go. This is a big corner. This is a tough corner to get around when there's not a lot of time left. We're going to try to make it happen. I'm healing and dealing. Up in the sky. We've already got a Loki on our team. We're good. We've got the makeup you like to see. We got a support ult. We got Jeff going crazy. We got Loki copying. This is about to be some cheats. They're fighting real good up there. Oh, yeah. They can't hide. We seem to have figured them out a little bit here. Get that Emma up out. Emma goes through. Okay. I'm going to let it fly then. Why not? We're both going to pop our ults. Competing Jeffs. I did a good job. I got 2. Oh, 1 dies already. So I'm not going to go. I'm just going to throw it and hope it works. It does work. And we've got a point. So at least we got to 1 transition on this map. That puts a lot of pressure on the other team, because that first corner, that is usually a problem. But once you can make it through there, then you can really start pushing up ahead. And I'm waiting for them to come. Look how far back they are. That's what's crazy about some of these team wipes. When you do it at the right time, it really pushes them so far back. It takes forever for them to get back into the play, and you just keep advancing forward. So can we get 2 points? There goes a Loki copy. Hopefully it's good. Now we've got Emma going crazy. I get taken out. Uh-oh. And it's over. The round is over. We get at least 1 point, so that's better than nothing. They're going to have to at least get to that first objective, and here we go. They're playing very aggressive. I'm going to try to hang back here and keep everybody alive. Can I do it? You already know when you die here, it's a long walk back to the battlefield. So that's why right now healing is priority number 1. Keep them alive. Keep this push going. The clock is not their friend. I'm moving up. The aggression has been working. And I'm still hanging back. I want to make sure that I cannot be hit. I want them to hit my teammates and not hit me. Forget about me. I'm not here on this map. Our Punisher's chilling in the back. So far, so good. This is the kind of start you want to see when you're on defense. You don't want them pushing up that fast or that far early on. You want them to be kind of stuck, and that's exactly what's happening. I'm doing a great job, and I'm going to have a good ult in this one because the whole team is up there. So as long as I time this right, it's going to be a problem. Keep them alive. I'm waiting. It's all about when that kill happens, because if I can kill them close to when the clock is about to strike out, then that could be it. So that's why I'm waiting. And we're on it again. We're gonna back it up again. Back up, Groot. 30 seconds. Shot clock cheese. We're about to get a full shot clock with the 24 seconds. Can we hold on? What a win this would be. We're getting into a lot of battles here. In Grandmaster 2, and I'm going for it. Perfect timing. I did that so fast because I knew if I waited, they could use their abilities. I was thinking about trading 3 for 1, but I said, you know what? Just throw them out. I get all 3 anyway. Beautiful, and the round is over. That was a clutch ultimate at the end. We win 4-3 in OT. What a game, using 4 different characters. It wasn't ideal, but we got it done. My teammates, they were switching around a lot as well, trying to respond to the other team. They were going 3 healers. When you see that comp, you kind of want to match it so that you can also heal at the same rate. Another MVP for Jeff. What a game, what a stat line. All across the board, doing a little bit of everything. Give that guy a map. Merch is now available at chrissmooth.com. Shipping worldwide. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. But look what I'm gonna do to that. I'm gonna block that dunk. Get that cheese out of here. When I did that, I said, all right, Cat might be the character for me. What rhymes with cash? I just put Doctor Strange to the floor.